And joining us right now, Adam, your lovely bride, Angie Carriker. It's time again for the Pulse. Ange, how are you doing this week?
Good.
That's very good. Now, Adam, while we have both of you here, both you and your wife, I want to take this opportunity to thank you both because as we kind of let the cat out of the bag last week, I'm training for the Army 10 miler. I have joined a gym membership. And when I approached you two, I said, guys, I really don't know what it is I'm doing in the gym because, well, it's been many years since I've been there.
How many years?
I mean, gosh,
Decades?
no, well,
Centuries?
maybe.
Millenniums?
Dude, it may be, it's probably close to 8.
8 years, almost a decade.
Yeah.
Now, hun, you came up with a running regimen for him. I came up with a lifting regimen. This is a man who hasn't been in a gym in almost a decade. How is he going to do with this? And you know Chuck, he's not, the toughest guy on earth. Not saying you're soft by any stretch of the imagination,
Tough as
not
nails.
saying that at all.
Tough as
How do you
nails.
think it's going to go for him in the gym?
I think it's going to go good. I think he's determined and excited and fresh start. So I think he'll do great.
What a bunch of she's being nice to you.
No, I see why
You're
you
going
love
to
the
be
woman.
sore. You are going to be walking around like you're 95. You're not going to be able to move. You're going to be
Come
even uglier.
I'll have you know,
I think you're going to shrink.
how am I going to get uglier? How am I going to
That's a great question. How does one do that?
Shut up, Adam.
I'm just
Anybody's
messing with
talking
you.
about ugly.
I'm just
here.
messing with
Whatever,
you, bro.
Whatever. But I'll have you know this, okay? I've actually been to the gym a couple of times already, and I'm actually, at least I feel I'm not as out of shape as I could be.
How sore are you after your first couple workouts?
Oh my God. Well, the first day, I mean, I was just brutal. And all I did on that go round, I did a little bit of walking on the treadmill as a warm up. And then I ran for a couple of miles at 6 miles an hour. And I was able to do that. And I was surprised, like right out of the gate, I was able to do that. I think what tripped me up and made me super sore was the yoga actually that I did afterward. That made me not want to get out of bed the next day.
Now, hun, his 10-mile race isn't until October. So talk to us and the listeners about the running regimen that you plan on having him do, the progression of what you're starting him out with.
Have that working?
Your first couple weeks, you just want to take it easy because your body's never done it, so you kind of got to ease into it. And then he's just got to keep upping the miles, and eventually he'll do like long runs that will get him prepped for the 10 miles that he has to run.
Now, we should mention that, Angie, you actually kind of got a degree in this, and you were a trainer at Gold's Gym for a while. You're not just kind of like a blogger that reads about fitness and declares themselves an expert, correct?
Well, she's actually run a half marathon, gonna run a marathon.
There you go.
So she knows what she's talking about. When you ran that half marathon, how did that go for you? Because I know you want to run a full marathon one day. How'd the half marathon treat you?
I should have easily ran the marathon that day. But as you know, I was training like crazy. I would go on long runs, and I mean, I just thoroughly enjoyed it. So, looking forward to a full marathon.
You want to know what I was doing while she was running that marathon?
Eating a pizza.
I was at Village Inn eating pancakes.
I was close.
She took off at the beginning of the race. It's my birthday, by the way. I said, honey, I'm not going to stand here for 2 hours while you do this. So I went in Village Inn, and I came back and saw her. She was sprinting past everybody at the end of the race. This is not a joke. She was literally, she sprinted past everybody. She was running with somebody, and the person, her name was Stacy, one of her friends, felt like she was holding her back. She's like, Angie, just go. And she just took off. I was very
Wow.
impressed.
Good for you.
She
What-
could have easily ran a marathon that day.
Good for you. I hope to have that same semblance of success. Now, mind you, I'm going to put up a picture of this cardio regimen that you've outlined for me. I'm going to take a picture and tweet that out from my account at the Chuck Carroll. And you've got a nice mixture on here of treadmill and then cross training, which is either the elliptical or the stair climber, and then just kind of build it up. So one day it's a shorter distance at a faster pace. The next day it's a longer distance at a slower pace. So I'm really kind of looking forward to tackling this and then checking back in with you throughout the process and letting you know how much I hate you for putting this together for me.
I'm excited to hear how it goes.
Well, we're going to be doing weekly updates. We're going to be posting those on Fourth and Pain and also on the Layfield Report.
Absolutely. And, Angie, your husband also got involved. While you took care of the cardio side of things, Adam, you've given me just a packet of information here, a plan that I need to follow as far as lifting weights to tone up.
We're going to get into that a little bit more next week. I just wanted to focus on the cardio today. But honey, sweetie pie, honey buns, if you ain't busy taking me to lunch, I wanted to talk to you while I had you on the line. Because you let the cat out of the bag about your family selling weed, and I had to catch some flack at Redskins Park, and I just wanted to thank you a lot for that.
You're so welcome.
Well, you're supposed to correct me. First of all, it wasn't your family; it was criminals who came onto your family's land. But second of all, that makes me wonder. It makes me wonder, what are we really growing in this garden that we got all this compost for?
Wow.
Which I'm told it was compost anyways. What are we really growing out back? And how is the garden going? How is it growing?
It is taken off. It has been humid and raining, so it's just in love right now with all this nice humidity and hot weather and rains at night, so it's been perfect. We are growing pumpkins and sweet corn and beans and peas and just things that fascinate the kids that they can really watch grow and develop, and we can eventually eat too.
The kids do love it. They love going out back, checking out the plants, seeing how they're doing. Now, actually, the first seeds that you planted didn't do so well. But we learned from that, and we went to Home Depot on a Saturday night at 7:30. And I believe I talked to Chuck while you were in re-getting the plants or the seeds or whatever. And I go, Chuck, I now officially feel old. It's Saturday night at 7:30, and we're at Home Depot.
And I couldn't argue that. I couldn't make you feel better because, yes, you are old at that point.
Well, you're older than we are, so that makes you like a fossil.
Dude, I'm ancient, but I've accepted that long ago.
All right, sweetie. Well, we appreciate you joining us as always. We'll update Chuck on the lifting next week, see how his first week of training went, and we appreciate you joining us.
Angie Carriker, give her a follow on Twitter at ANG Carriker. Ange, thanks again for the cardio, and I will bring you up to date next week.
Thank you, sweetie.
Have fun.
Oh, I will.
That was
Thank
the
you.
evil innocent laugh.
It was.
I like that. I like
Man,
that.
I'm telling you, she had the biggest Morris the cat kind of grin when she gave this list to me, and she was like, "You're gonna get it now, sucker."